Hello, everyone, and welcome to Home Zomewhere Else. That's somewhere else with a Z. This is a new visual novel that just came out like 2 days ago. So this is gonna go up Wednesday. So yeah, it came out Monday, I think. Yeah. Um. So yeah, I know very little about it. I know that there's a German Shepherd and there's a Doberman, and that's about all I know. So let's get started. Darkness envelops you. The warmth melds with the cold surrounding you. The flimsy blankets barely protect your barren body from the bitter chill. At least, you've got your underwear. Reality begins to slip as you feel yourself drift into sleep. You're enveloped by a peace solemnly found in the waking hours, until you can feel a harsh breeze blow past you. Damp fabric rubs over your once barren skin, making you shiver uncontrollably. You know you were lying in bed, but it feels like you're standing outside in the pouring rain. Nervously, you begin to open your eyes. Where am I? You look down to see that you're standing on the edge of a cliff in what looks like the middle of the night. Your feet are only barely on the ledge. If you don't get better footing, you'll absolutely fall. What the hell is going on? You begin to panic as you feel fruitlessly to take a step forward, looking behind you to see a vast emptiness. No matter how much you try to move, you're seemingly stuck in place. You look forward and notice a dark figure standing silently, three small objects circling them. Their hands begin to glow as they move their arms in a strangely familiar manner, as if they're performing an incantation. The objects turn into large wisps of light, moving faster by the second. You can barely make out what's happening. You can only see glimpses of their face in the darkness. Who are you? What is this? The lights begin to grow in size, becoming brighter as well. You're able to more clearly see what the hooded man is doing. He is seemingly conjuring a ball of condensed energy. His sights seem to be locked onto you. Your mind is baffled by what you see. He lunges his arms towards you. Whoa! The white lights blind you before you can even react. You close your eyes too late to avoid the searing brightness. Everything flies at you like a bullet train, and you're on the tracks. But then, silence. You feel yourself begin to breathe normally again, the mattress's rough texture rubbing against your coarse fur. You sigh as you fall deep into sleep once more. The sharp mechanical screech of your alarm clock pierces through you, shocking you into consciousness. Your arm clumsily searches around the nightstand, feeling for the alarm clock's plastic casing. A quick slap on the rectangular button ceases the incessant beeping. Your groggy eyes open to see your bedroom ceiling. Gah. The faint memory of a dream still lingers in the back of your mind. As soon as you try to focus on it, it disappears, as if it was never there. You rub your aching eyes as you look at the nightstand. A pain echoes in the back of your head. Must be a migraine beginning to form. What time is it? 8 in the morning. There's an hour left until my shift. Guess I have to get up. As you shift your weight, the metal bed frame creaks and whines. You sit up and stretch only to be met with a few pops and cracks of your own. It takes a few seconds to find the composure to finally get off the cheap mattress. The room is dimly lit, sunlight peeking through the grimy windows, but you manage to traverse it with the lights turned off. The less you have to spend on electricity, the better. You make your way to the bedroom door. Swiftly unlocking it and peeking your head into the hallway, the long corridor is devoid of your housemates. Seems pretty empty. Despite being in your underwear, you stride down the hallway to the shared bathroom. Obnoxious squeaks echo as you pull the old door open. The white light hits you like a frying pan as you flick the switch on. You instinctively close your eyes and shut the door behind you. As your eyes finally adjust, you're able to take in your meager surroundings. You're greeted by the old toilet, a shower, and a sink with an accompanying medicine cabinet. It's not much, but you couldn't ask for more right now. The cold tiles keep you awake as you walk to the sink. You haphazardly grab your toothbrush and some paste from the open cabinet. You turn on the remarkably well kept sink. The only stains that stand out are rust on the faucet. You close the metal door and begin to brush your teeth. An exhausted, unkept Doberman mimes your every action as you look into the small mirror. You stare at your scraggly beard and long, unbrushed hair. It wouldn't surprise you if people thought you were a homeless person. I should probably shave. I don't want to look like a panhandler. A cheap, minty flavor lingers in your mouth as you finish brushing, even after you rinse the paste out with water. You take off your underwear, then you walk to the shower. You turn on the shower and step inside, closing the curtains behind you. The blistering cold water doesn't faze you as it begins to soak into your fur. The icy nature of the water begins to make you feel more alert, but soon your mind begins to wander. Toughen up, kid. Real men take their showers ice cold. You try to focus on the water washing over you. It's no use. Military men have it worse than this all the time. You'll be fine. Unpleasant thoughts flow through you like the icy water over your fur. Don't be a pussy. You don't want to end up like one of those sissy boys, do you? These frigid showers have become a part of your routine. The pain they used to cause faded away years ago. However, the memories remain. You push past the shower curtain, the water and the thoughts associated with them go down the drain. You grab your towel while getting out of the shower. You glance at yourself in the mirror as you begin to dry yourself. Moments later, you flick the light switch off and exit the small room. You cross the hall and head back through the door into your room. Light passes through the curtains, bathing the room in a soft glow. The room's only window illuminates the bedroom walls, their paint chipping day by day. You pull the dresser's top drawer open and pull out 2 sets of clothes, one for now and one for later. The small television on top the dresser flickers to life at the press of a button. You start getting dressed as the local news plays in the background. Hope you're all prepared for some lovely autumn weather. You've tuned in just as the weatherman was giving his report. We have a high chance of spotty to heavy showers today, so please stay dry. The neck of your shirt pulls past your nose and settles into place as you finish dressing. You nod in agreement and shove the spare clothing into your backpack, looking at the closed umbrella by your nightstand. Might as well take it. I'd rather not be hassled for showing up wet. As you reach down to grab the umbrella, a familiar item next to the alarm clock catches your eyes. Hidden behind a small styrofoam ramen cup sits a framed photo of 2 canines. A tall German Shepherd on the right, with his arms around a smaller Doberman. They're both smiling while making peace signs at the camera. You catch yourself as you begin to drift into thought. Now's not the time to think of stupid crap. Maybe I'll finally be able to move out of here. You slide the strap of your backpack over your shoulder and heft it onto your back. You grab an extra button-up shirt on the way out of the room. The hallway is still empty for now, but you can hear someone opening the front door. The room you've rented is cheap. The rundown house it's in doesn't inspire confidence. You stop to turn around and lock the door behind you. Don't want to forget to lock this. Some of these creeps have trouble keeping their hands to themselves. Not that I have much to lose. You head down the hall and towards the front door, passing by a shifty-looking raccoon and a shaky bat on the way. They seem to be just arriving home, as if they were outside the whole night. Good morning. Neither one responds. You're used to being ignored, but you'd rather be on the good side of the bad people. You resume walking and head out the building. It's cold outside, but the sky looks beautifully clear as you look up at it. It seems too cold to walk with only a t-shirt on, so you slip on the button-up you grabbed from the dresser. Before you make your trek to work, you readjust your bag one last time. It's finally time to start walking. Your work isn't too far, just located out on the outskirts of the little town you live in. With work being so close, walking there and back fits pretty easily into your routine. Considering you don't have a car, the decision was made for you. The nearby bus station sits up ahead along your path. There's a few teenage girls in school uniforms waiting on the bench. They're laughing about something and chatting to each other excitedly. I haven't seen them before. Maybe it's the first day of school. You try to look back on your first day of high school, but quickly try to get your mind off the subject. A lot of memories feel fragmented and murky, while some pieces remain crystal clear no matter how hard you try to forget. They look so joyful. Their youthful vigor makes you feel more sullen than before. As you keep walking, you look around at the scenery you're so used to seeing every day. The forest borders one side of the path, with more trees on the other. Saplings and evergreens grow all around. There's nothing but greenery surrounding you, with the lone billboard marking the path. Marimabo, 2 kilometers. I'm halfway there. I hope I'm not too late for work. It'd be easier to tell whether or not you've had enough time, but sadly, you don't have any way to check. You continue walking, but you can't help but look behind you. You take in the sight of Marimabo, the town where you grew up. Almost everything can be seen from the hill you're walking on. The big park, the Ferris wheel at the docks, the small mall center, the sea, and even some far-off islands. Whoa! Your foot catches on something hard and you stumble, regaining your balance before you fall over. A small rock embedded into the path nearly trips you. You remain sure not to get lost sightseeing in such unfavorable terrain. Bitch. You scowl at the inanimate object while you regain your composure and keep walking. Although now your toe hurts. After a long walk, you finally arrive at the massive lumber yard. Cool logs. Cool. The coolest of them logs. This place sucks. As you arrive, you see a familiar face. One of your co-workers is walking towards you. You're not really in the mood to have a chat and try to look away, but it's too late. Yo, Chad! Good morning! Toto roughly pats your shoulder as he steps up to you. Geez. Good morning, Toto. Excited as always, I see. Ready for another exciting and laborious day at Cool Logs? Let's do our best. I'm ready to do what I'm best at. Sleeping. You let out a dry chuckle. Aw, come on, Chad. Don't be like that. Today's a beautiful day. I have a feeling today will be great. While the Samoyed dog is bouncing with excitement, you can see your boss headed this way from his office to the right of you. Sure, Toto. By the way, wanna go get some breakfast with me before... I already ate. You didn't. Oh, so then you wanna go to... Anyways, I should get going before the boss gets mad at me for talking your ear off. Sure, no worries. See you later, Chad boy. You walk to the small building that houses the locker room. There's someone coming out of it before you can enter, passing by, you ready to work. Crap, no one's even here. I should hurry and get going. You spot your rusty old locker the moment you step into the room. There are some chairs here and there, surrounded by your co-workers' lockers, and a door that leads to the old, cold water showers. You walk towards your locker. You grab a key from your pocket and unlock the metal door with a satisfying click. Running low on good clothes, you decide to throw your button-up shirt inside your bag, lest it get torn while working. Quickly locking the door once again, you leave the empty room. Time to work then. You exit the small building and head to your usual workplace. You're greeted by the mountain of small logs a few meters away from the building. Your shift begins when you grab one of the many axes laying about you. You position a small log into a tree stump. With your muscles tightened, you raise the axe above your head. You hold your breath as you focus on the log's center. You bring the axe down with all of your strength and dexterity you can muster. Thunk! The steel head cleaves the small log in twain right down the center. That's pretty much it. Nothing exciting, nothing too hard or complicated, suited exactly for you. The whole log yard is bustling with activity. Mechanized behemoths down massive trees before sorting them into piles for storage. Other workers use chainsaws to take down some lesser trunks. The rest of the crew load the smaller logs you've chopped into study sacks with the company logo, ready to be delivered to places you'll never get to see. It's only been a month since you started working here. So far, you've only been tasked with chopping firewood. Sadly, no one knows you, and besides Toto, everyone's a stranger. As you finish another stack of logs, your co-workers give you suspicious looks as they come to collect the lumber. Despite being surrounded by cutting-edge logging technology, they'd rather pay a desperate fool willing to bust their back splitting logs all day with a rusty axe. You're that fool. Despite the mindless exhaustion, it does ultimately pay the bills, and your physique has never looked better. You keep working a few hours, mindlessly cutting timber, until... Hey, Chad boy! Toto approaches from behind you, with his usual cheerfulness. Oh no. Working hard, eh? You're all sweaty. I like that. I... What's with this guy? His constant advances make you feel uneasy. It's always more weird than charming. Don't you have work to do? Nuh-uh. I have already finished for today. That fast? We've got 3 more hours left. By the way, why didn't you go to lunch again? The boss won't stop looming over me. He always assumes I'm the one talking to you. Now he tears into me whenever I take a break. Thanks for that. I wasn't hungry. You do your best to ignore the burning pain in your stomach. Oh, I know what you're hungry for. You want to get that deep... Not this shit again. The hours seem to pass with every log split. Toto's endless yapping soon becomes nothing more than background noise. So, that's how I got with those 3 studs at the bus stop. And I didn't even gag once while sucking their A loud alarm rings all over the log site, letting everyone know the day is finally over. It has the added benefit of stopping Toto's one-sided conversation dead in its tracks. Saved by the bell once more. Time to go home then. I'll continue my story tomorrow. See you later, Chad. He beelines it to the main office. You don't even get to say a word to him. Another shift over. Great. This shit is tiring, especially when Toto is around. At least I can head home now. Your axe makes a soft thud as it splits from your hand. A wary arm reaches up to wipe the hard-earned sweat off your brow. As you lower your arm back down, you catch your own scent and scrunch up your nose. Oh fuck, I stink. Maybe I should take a shower first. You turn around and start to head back to the concrete building. Musky dog. It's much warmer in here than it was outside. Not that it bothers you much anyway. As you make your way to the lockers, you can overhear some strange conversations. You can make out what they're saying here and there. They seem to be riled up about a strange creature in the woods. You just ignore them. It wouldn't be surprising if they were drunk on the job. You walk down to the row of lockers until you reach yours. Opening the locker door, you rummage through your bag and grab your towel. Looks like it's busier than usual. I hope I can find a stall. You undress and shove your sweat-drenched clothes into your backpack. You wrap the towel around your hips and head towards the showers. You peer into the shower area and find all the faucets off. You see 2 rows of shower stalls with curtains for privacy. I heard that it was going to rain today, but there's no trace of clouds whatsoever. Either way, I made sure to pack a raincoat and an umbrella just in case things got worse out there. At least you think you did. You enter a shower stall and close the curtain behind you, turning the handle to the open position. It takes a few seconds, but soon your body is jolted by the sudden impact of the ice-cold water. Ah, nothing like a cold shower after work. Now that I think about it, one of the guys on the big machine seemed odd. Something changed about him, but I don't know what. Why was he staring at me so often? After work, you'll have a few hours to yourself. You'll mentally plan your next steps. First, I'll go to the mini-mart and grab some snacks. Once I get home, get in bed and listen to the TV in the background while I quickly eat whatever I bought. God knows I need some food. Then probably just lie in bed by myself. Again, fall asleep and then get up for work. Sounds like a plan. As the cold water envelops you, much like before, the same thoughts from earlier begin to swell. You decide to leave and end your shower early before you feel any worse. You grab your towel hanging from the top of the shower stall and hastily start drying yourself with it. You rub the rough towel around your muscular legs, with the cloth brushing up against your crotch. The coarse fibers seem to rub you the right way, making you feel excited. You quickly move the towel elsewhere, afraid of getting a boner in the public shower. You scrub down your chest, arms, and pits before feeling your scalp. My hair feels so wet and shaggy. Maybe I should trim it later. You catch a quick glimpse in the mirror as you make your way out of the showers to your locker. It doesn't take long to realize that everyone has left for the day. There's no harm in staring at yourself in the reflective glass. You tend to do this after every shower, not for self-satisfaction, however. Your mind fills with questions that don't seem to have an answer. Why am I like this? Have I always been this lowly? What happened to me all this time? Is that a pimple on my nose? It's irritating to say the least. You examine your face in the mirror. Turns out it's a cut that's beginning to swell up. It's fairly sore to the touch. It hurts, but I'll take a scratch over a damn pimple any day. You examine your calloused hands as you make your way out of the doorway. I should trim my nails too, huh? As you get close to your locker, you see it's totally destroyed. The door is wide open, with traces of someone forcing it open, with success. Wait. Where the fuck are my clothes? I literally had them right here. You are in such a state of shock that you don't even notice that your towel untied from your thighs. My locker. Everything is gone. Someone smashed right through it. Your clothes aren't even the only thing missing. Your backpack with all your valuables is gone too. You try in vain to close the warped metal door only to find it with the words "fucking loser" next to a crudely drawn dick. What the fuck? You wish you could say this was the first time someone tried to get into your locker, but they've never been successful. The most that's ever happened is some scratches, You can barely understand the caved-in door before you. Who the fuck would even do this? Who the hell did I piss off this badly? Wait. Oh fuck, I have no clothes now. How the hell am I gonna get home? What am I supposed to do now? Yo, Chad boy. Are you fucking kidding me? Of all the people to show up, I had to be him? Hey, Toto. Hiya, Chad. Wowzers in my trousers. Put a towel on that monster, would you? The white dog gives a small giggle. You are thoroughly unamused while putting your towel back into place. Why haven't you changed yet, by the way? The anger and embarrassment are too much for you to handle. You remain silent and motionless. And what happened here? I could hear you scream from miles away. Do you want the boss to notice and get you in trouble? Uh-huh. Well, apparently some asshole stole my clothes and my backpack while I was taking a shower. That's actually terrible. I'm sorry, Chad. You're surprised to see Toto actually upset about something, his voice going low compared to its usual annoying tone. Well, you don't need any clothes to begin with. The white dog coyly winks at you. Well, it was nice while it lasted. But who would do this to you? You're way too cute to be bullied. Well, actually, I saw one of the guys behaving kind of differently. Differently? Do you mean the guy that operates one of the machines? Yeah, I saw him while I was coming this way. Far away, but I'm sure he was dragging something with him. I couldn't really see what it was, though. Son of a bitch! Now that explains why he was staring me down all day. I'm gonna ruin that fucker! Whoa, Chad. Calm down or you'll get wrinkles. You don't want that beautiful face to... Toto, I'm not in the mood. I need to. Don't worry. You can always go around naked for everyone to see your big ass. Your eyes couldn't roll back any harder if they tried. If there ever was a time for Toto to stop talking, it was now. I'm getting my shit back, out of the way. You brush past the white dog, who seems fairly chipper despite the situation. Whoa! Alright, go get him, champ. Be careful. I don't like the idea of walking around naked, towel or not, but it seems like there's no other way. That fucker's gonna pay, one way or another. You bolted out of the small building as fast as you could, holding onto your towel for dear life. I really hope no one sees me like this. My reputation here isn't great, but I don't want it to get any worse. I don't want to be known as an exhibitionist. Damn. Being considered an exhibitionist is too much even for me. You look at the muddy path and notice a strange set of footsteps. You can't put a finger on why they're different, but you decide to follow them anyways. It doesn't take long to find them leading to... the boss's office? You've gotta be kidding me. Of all places, it had to be here? Thankfully, the boss seems pretty busy today. He didn't check on me once. Probably has to do with the new building contract for cool logs. You crouch near the office window, looking in to find the old man busy at his desk. You do your best to sneak past undetected. I hope my towel doesn't come off. Success. The boss is none the wiser. You. That was close. Is that? You approach a massive elm tree next to your boss's office, noticing your backpack firmly hanging from a tall branch. That's fucked up. My clothes better be in there. It doesn't take long to realize how high the branch is. There's no feasible way you could climb up there without killing yourself in the process. That's fucked all the way up there. What to do? What to do? Chad, where are you? You heard Toto's voice come from behind you. You turn and wave at your coworker, surprisingly happy to see him for once, Maybe he can think of something. Hey, I'm over here. The air gets knocked out of your lungs as you feel a tremendous force gripping your stomach and shoulders. Whatever it is, it pulls you off your feet and down to the ground. You see black, then white, and then the sky, framed by coarse leaves and tall trees. You try to move, you try to speak, you try to scream, but it's all in vain. It feels like multiple people are pinning your every limb to the ground behind you. There's an immense force pressing down on your torso, and a hand is firmly keeping your mouth shut. Even your legs are held down, tangled with someone else's. You can't move at all. Chad! You hear Toto looking for you. You hear him from the spot you were standing. The white dog's footsteps sound closer and closer, but the dense foliage makes him clueless to your location and your predicament. You're completely nude, your towel having fallen off in the scuffle. Chad, where are you? You forgot your towel here. Chad, are you around here? Did you drop your towel on purpose? I knew he wanted to show everyone his big ass. Wait a minute. Toto stays silent for a second. What if poor Chad got lost in the woods, wiggling his pee-pee all over the place? What if that creature the guys mentioned took him? I'll go get the boss. Maybe he can help find him. Your muffled screams fall on deaf ears. The hand is clamped down hard enough to make your jaw ache. Let me go! Let me go! For fuck's sake, let me go! Who the hell is holding me down? Is it just one guy or many? Is this fucker that stole my clothes? You throw a flurry of kicks and punches, using all your might to try and break free. Fuck! What the fuck is going on? I can't move! I can't move a muscle! You unleash another flurry of attacks into the air, trying to get the hands to let go, even just a little. Who the fuck is doing this? I can't even see a thing! You try again and again, each kick getting weaker and every punch losing power. You're trapped. Whoever has you, there's no way out. Oh god. The back of your neck grows colder. Your once starving stomach feels like it's filled with lead. You let out a few more attacks in vain, but soon, you feel yourself letting go. Your will to fight seems to fade the more tears begin to well in your eyes. Your muscles seem to give up as well, and soon, you feel like you're floating on air. A horrific sense of peace clouds your perception as your breathing begins to slow. You can feel every blood cell pass through your veins. You feel like you could count every hair on your body. You try to focus on your surroundings, but a familiarity begins to consume you. Have you been in this situation before? You begin to wonder why your body is feeling weaker than normal, your strength leaving you by the second. Did someone drug me without me noticing? I don't know how to describe it, but this guy has something about him that feels nostalgic? Is it his scent? Is it his warmth? Why am I feeling this way about this creep? The minutes pass by at a snail's pace, almost as if you've been here forever. You begin to calm down more than you'd like to. The scent, the essence of this person, you know it, but you don't know how. Sadly, the moment doesn't last. What is that? You feel a strange pressure behind one of your eyes, but soon the sensation becomes more intense. It's hard to describe, but it's like something is crawling. In your brain? What the? And like that, any peace and serenity went up in smoke. What the actual fuck is that? What is he going to do with me? Let me fucking go! Hey Chad, wanna grab lunch together? You begin to squirm once again, trying to ignore that unreasonably calm voice you just heard. You try to reignite your fighting spirit once again, hoping to finally be out of the situation, but out of nowhere, you hear what sounds like an echo. A voice that is not your own, but you've heard it 1,000 times before. The voice feels like it's coming from behind you, but you know everything is silent besides leaves rustling in the wind. It becomes louder and clearer, and you can no longer ignore it. Chad, Chad, calm down. Don't you recognize me? You try your damnedest to remember where you've heard that voice before. It feels both familiar and alien to you. This dude, why do I hear him inside my head? Am I hallucinating or something? It has to be the drugs. Maybe... I can't think of any other way. Please, calm down. Otherwise he's going to find you. The mysterious voice keeps talking through your mind. How am I supposed to calm down if you have me immobilized like this? But I finally found you, Master. Now we can finally be together again. I'm so happy. What? What is he talking about? What is this about? We're finally reunited again. The arms tighten their grip into what you think is a hug. You feel soft fur rub against the back of your neck. What? I don't even know you, you damn creep. Now get out of my head and let me go. What do you mean you don't know me? You're my master. Master? What does that even mean, you creep? All the joy is quickly sapped from the man's voice. Oh no, Master doesn't recognize me, and I thought you missed my illusions. Illusions? You feel the hand that's firmly gripping your maw turn your head around to face him. His eyes seem to glow in the bushes. They look like they're oval-shaped moons. Yes, my illusions. Don't you remember them, Master? The voice seems to go back to its chipper tone. What? No. Now let me go. I'm sure that you remember them, and because of that, I bet you're gonna like... You quickly feel the air grow heavy as a thick mist envelops you. The man's two wide eyes pierce through the fog. This! The whole world spins as fast as you begin to feel sick. You close your eyes as tight as you can. But the second you do, everything is perfectly still. You can hear the sound of the long grass swaying in the wind. Your fists are gripping the ground with all your might, as if you're about to fall into the sky. Hey Chad, are you feeling okay? That voice. It's different than the one from earlier, but you know it by heart. The visage of a German shepherd sits next to you, smiling. No, I don't like this. Your food is gonna get cold, you know. If you're not hungry, we can save it for later. He lets out an embarrassed chuckle. You look around to see that you're sitting on a hillside, overlooking a wind-washed valley. You can't put your finger on why you know this place. Please no. Make this stop. I don't want to remember. I hope the sandwiches are okay. I wasn't sure what to make. I can always cook you something different tomorrow. No. Chad, are you feeling okay? You look like you're about to cry. You feel his strong, warm arm wrap around your shoulder. Your head falls onto his chest. His soft fur and breathing starts to calm you down. It's okay to cry. You've been there for me, so I'll be there for you always. Hot tears begin to run from your weary eyes. You hug him and sob into his plaid shirt. Parts of you that you've lost begin to tingle again. Your floppy ears, your swaying tail. Please. I know what will cheer you up. How about we go to the lake, or maybe the bakery? Please, let me keep forgetting. Your heart is splintering by the second. Years of scars are beginning to open. The sun doesn't shine like it used to. The birds don't sing like they used to. All those happy memories only tear you down. You need this to end. So please, stop. But Master, this is... Stop. What you always wanted. Please stop. Isn't it? Chad? Stop! You scream loud enough for God to hear. The tears don't seem to stop pouring no matter how tightly you close your eyes. Your lungs ache as you begin to breathe again. Your knees are shaking, barely able to support your weight. Your hopeless screams echo throughout the trees, growing farther away until the wind is the only thing filling your ears. You breathe. You finally open your eyes and see the sky again. You feel dizzy but notice that you're on your feet. Have you been standing this whole time? Cool air fills your lungs, and you're finally able to snap back to reality. You quickly look down at yourself, and you find that you're with your towel wrapped around your hips again. What? How am I back here? What the fuck happened right now? There's no way that didn't happen. Sure enough, you're facing the direction Toto's voice was coming from. Wait, I was just there in those bushes, and that weirdo who assaulted me has to be there. You bolt to the bushes behind you and start tearing through them. Hey, get out here, you weird fuck. I know you're in there. Hey, Chad, is that you? Please come out here right now. You heard your boss's voice in the distance, close enough to hear faint footsteps breaking twigs. You're in a pickle. Shit. I guess I finally ran out of luck. But I guess I never had any luck to begin with. I can't be seen in just a towel or I'll be fired. I need to get my clothes right now. Alright, I'm sure I can do it. It actually doesn't look that high anyway. Wait, did something change here? You stare longingly at the backpack. You could have sworn it was halfway up the tree. Now it's only a few branches away. Must have been the wind. I tell you, boss, I'm sure this green came from over here. I'm really worried about Chad. Well, damn, add this to the list of stupid shit I never thought I'd do in my shitty life. You take some distance and sprint towards the massive trunk. You manage to run up about 10 feet up the tree trunk and grab the first branch you can. You quickly throw yourself up and grab another branch with a speed that you never knew you had. You vault up 2 more rows of branches until you see your pack. You make a desperate leap towards one of the straps, and you strike gold. You hang around 4 meters off the ground. It'll be a waste to lose such an amazing As Toto and your boss finally arrive where they heard you, they witness your barren body hanging from the tree. You ignorantly try to detach the backpack from the branch, despite it being the only thing keeping you up in the air. This shit is stuck. I need you to do something before. You're so fucked. Are they staring at my crotch? See, it looks so thick and juicy. I want to taste that. Stop looking at it for fuck's sake. You try to cover your dick with your one hand, using your non-dominant hand to support all your weight. Unbeknownst to you, the bag's harness begins to slowly rip. Great, just in time. Toto and the boss are here to see me struggle for my clothes. And the strap you're holding onto has little to no traction. Your sweaty hand begins to slip. Shit, I'm about to fall. I need to grab something. You hurl yourself up with what remaining strength you have, causing the whole tree to sway side to side dramatically. You feel yourself begin to fall as the last of the clothes gives way. Your fingers scratch the branch's surface, but it's no use. Fuck! You fall in disgrace, firmly gripping your now broken backpack. Whoa! You manage to land on your thigh and shoulders. Your muscles feel a piercing pain like no other. Oh shit, oh fuck. You've got to be fucking shitting me right now. I think my legs are broken. They are not. You say a million curses under your breath, but miraculously, you landed with no broken bones or ligaments. But that's definitely going to leave a bruise. While you remain on the ground naked, You finally open your eyes and see Toto and your boss looming over you. Hi again, Chad. Toto smiles over your pathetic body, happy to see you again. You hear a loud creak directly behind you. You roll over and see that the tree is swaying back and forth more than it should. You look at the tree's thick base, finding the trunk has been chopped more than halfway through. No, 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 no! The massive oak swayed one last time before finally falling over, demolishing the boss's office a few meters away. The roar is almost deafening as the timber crushes glass, wood, and even concrete. The ground rumbles under you as the log finally comes to a standstill. Then there was silence. You turn over to face the carnage. Toto and your boss are motionless. What? Yeah. Shit. The tree went right through the office like a brick through a birthday cake. You feel the imminent danger towards you. Despite everything you've been through in your short existence, this is somehow the worst day of your entire life. You do your best to stand on your injured legs, ignoring the pain, while trying to come up with a thoughtful, reasonable explanation of what happened. Boss, I'm sorry. Please let me explain. It wasn't my fault. Someone stole my clothes and then I found them here on the tree and... You motherfucker! You heard the boss scream, and you knew you were done for. The guillotine is already falling. You insolent asshole! What did you do to my office? I spent the last 20 years busting my ass to make my business a reality, and you... Indecent, naked ass? You indecent, naked, ugly ass piece of garbage! I've taken shits more valuable than you ever will be. You useless motherfucker! I'm taking away your pay. You're a disgrace to this company. But boss, it wasn't Chad's fault. Why are you even naked, huh? You filthy fucking pervert. Are you jerking off in the woods? I can sue you, and I will if you don't get your ass out of here now. It's all your fucking fault. Boss, you need to relax. Chad's stuff was... Shut up, Toto. Chad, you are fucking finished. Now leave and never come back. And if I ever see you around this place, I swear I'll kiss you? I'll fucking kill you! Hopelessness clouds the path in front of you as you make your way home, somehow feeling more defeated than before. Crap, what on earth am I supposed to do? I need to find another job now. Hopefully, I have enough money for this month's rent. If not, I'm gonna go back on the streets again. You trudge forward one step at a time, a small drop landing on your nose. I guess the weatherman wasn't wrong after all. A small sigh escapes your lips as the rain begins to really pour. At least you brought your umbrella. You pull your bag from your back and unzip it, rummaging through it as the water begins to beat down on you. It's got to be in here. I'm sure I grabbed it this morning. The realization finally hits you. It's still by the nightstand with that photograph. You trudge on, not caring about the pelting rain drenching your clothes. You push past the howling winds, doing your best to make it home and take a shower. You're finally greeted by the town's entrance. You can't help but feel a little relieved. You eventually make it to the small bus stop as earlier, now occupied by 3 schoolgirls seeking refuge from the storm. There's no point in hiding from the rain now. Even my underwear is soaked. A few muddy puddles catch your eye, seemingly only meters away. Let me get away before... A car rockets past you, sending a deluge of mud in your direction. As if being cold, wet, and tired wasn't enough, Your best shirt is now caked in thick sludge. Sigh. Childish snickering fills the air. The schoolgirls are giddy at your expense. You take your shirt off and press past their laughter. You continue down your normal route, finally arriving at your street. A pile of empty trash bags mark the front yard of the rundown house. Who'd leave these trash bags out here? The can is right there. The bags have been savagely ripped open, with small pieces of paper still inside. You lean in closer to read what it says. Chad? You notice that there's a letter for you. Surprisingly, it's not destroyed due to the rain. Nice. I just got evicted and they left my stuff out in the rain? Was waiting for me so fucking hard? And all my stuff is gone too. These assholes! Your chest begins to hurt as the thought of them laughing as they toss your stuff onto the curb. You never missed a payment, never raised a fuss. You even did small repairs here and there so you wouldn't bother the owner. But not even money can buy common decency. Is there anything even left? You double-check the seemingly barren bags. They didn't even leave you a sock. Except for one thing. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. Of all the things that they could have left me, they couldn't take this thing? A stream of hot tears makes its way past the freezing rain. A few sobs leave your mouth before you shake your head angrily. What am I doing? I can't worry about this shit, not now. You wipe away your tears with the back of your hand, glad these fuckers are too busy at home to see you. The rain shows you no pity. You place the photograph and your shirt into your bag. You can't tell if you're more angry or depressed. There's only one place left to go. The park. You fasten your pack onto your shoulders. There's no way the park could make you feel any worse. It doesn't take too long for you to make it to the park's edge. You make your way inside the enclosed property, heading down the iconic stone walkway. On your path, you're greeted by the lake on your right, and the forest to your left. You can barely see through the dense forest, nothing visible past the first row of trees. A couple people run past you out the park, trying to find a dry place. You finally make it to the cement bench overlooking the lake. You can see how the lake's water sprinkles with the raindrops. Ducks run across the water surface before taking flight, seeking a place away from the downpour. From the bench, the front part of the lake is visible to you. An arched bridge goes across the left side of the lake, and a row of benches on the right allow park goers to enjoy the serene view. Despite your terrible circumstances, you can't help but enjoy the scenery. Something about the rain makes the park so much more beautiful. You decide to sit down on the hard stone chair. The wet surface pales in comparison to your sobbing wet clothes. You put your broken backpack over your legs. Now what? Time feels fleeting as the sun begins to set. The light behind the gray clouds begins to go faint. Soon it'll be dark, and you genuinely don't know what to do next. If you had a future, it'd be crumbling to the ground. Everything you've struggled for is now gone. The work may have broken you, and you were never enthusiastic about that shady house. But at least it was something. Before you can cry again, you shut your eyes. The rain continues to pelt down onto your face. Unfortunately, there is no space under the bench. You try to think of something else. Literally anything else would be better than this. Despite your best efforts, you feel hopeless. Where am I supposed to work? No one wanted me anywhere else. Where am I supposed to sleep? That house was the only place I could afford in town, and my childhood home doesn't even belong to me anymore. I'm fucked. I'm going to die, aren't I? Mister? I blew what little chances I had. Hello, mister. At least I can die knowing I never hurt anybody. Mister, hello? I could have sold drugs or killed people for easy money. Mister! Whoa! You're startled awake by a demonically chipper voice. You look around to find the source of a tiny scream. Your eyes dart around the perimeter of the park, but you see nothing in the distance. Why are you out here? Aren't you cold, mister? You finally look down in the front of the bench. In your startled and sleep-deprived state, the small figure looks more like a creature than a person. Your mind finally stops racing to see it's a young catboy, a little more than half your size. His sparkling eyes are looking directly into yours while smiling at you. You can see his tail is fully raised, with a little curve at the end. He exudes an energy begging to be friends with you. He has his small paws perched on your bag. He's resting his weight on your lap. A kid. What's he doing here? And why is he talking to me? Hey there, kid. Hey there, mister. Name's Chad. Name's Stoney. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice hat, mister. Thanks. Thanks. Is he copying you? He's gotta be, right? You lift a hand up and sure enough, he does the exact same thing. You scrunch up your nose and he crosses his eyes. He does his best to copy, but he seems to make himself dizzy. You gotta admit, he is kind of adorable. Why are you copying me, kid? Tony. Yes, that. Because it's funny, and you look like you need a smile. I do? Yes, Chad, absolutely. Want to hear a joke, mister? It's Chad, and, sure, why not? Okay, so, give me a second. The small cat scratches his chin, racking his brain while trying to remember something good. You can't help but smile. He's really searching for the perfect joke to tell you. You can see a light bulb over his head spark to life as his eyes widen. I got one for you. So, what part of the car is the sleepiest? Under normal circumstances, you'd give up immediately. But he must have pulled out his grade A material, considering how long it took to devise this riddle. Maybe it's the backseat, because you can sleep on them, or maybe... You give it some more thought, but you end up pulling a blank. You really can't think of a proper answer. Is it the car doors? Nope, it's the wheels, because they're always tired. He puts the biggest grin you've ever seen before playing a set of air drums. You stare at him with a blank expression. Okay, it was kinda funny. You end up snorting a little before finally chuckling. He beams with joy having accomplished his mission. Good one, kid. Right as the young boy is about to speak, he lets out a heavy sneeze, and then another, followed by a third. He goes quiet, pressing his nose against his jacket, sniffling and shivering for a couple of seconds before you can say bless you. He bounces back to his chipper self. It's Tony, and thank you. So, why are you out here in the rain, mister? It's Chad, and, well... It's not that I'm here because I want to. It's because I'm homeless now. Really? That's awesome! You tilt your head confused, the small kitten in front of you seemingly naive to the severity of your situation. But then again, he can't be more than 10, and sometimes ignorance really is bliss. Why do you think that is, kid? Tony. Because there are no rules, and you can do whatever you want. Like eating ice cream in bed. Or play Fortnite instead of taking a shower before going to school. You don't have someone to tell you what you have to do all the time. He has a small pouty face. You mean like your parents? Yeah, exactly. Mostly my father. A sharp sneeze erupts from the kitten. This is a little worrisome. He has a decent enough jacket, but his hair and ears have been getting poured on. He shakes the cold off once again, smiling like before. But my mom is the bestest. At night, she tucks me in and reads me books. But not those dumb kid books. Teenage books. So long as they aren't too violent though. Like Furlock Bones. You can't help but smile. Hardly a teenage book. But he seems more than excited by them. Also, when I get ready for school, she makes me lunch. But guess what? What? She draws on the bags every time without missing a single day. She usually draws some hearts and kittens. I used to get made fun of for it, but I don't care. He's so ecstatic about seeming little things, but maybe those are the things that matter the most. The kid's enthusiasm and happy face slowly raise your spirits up surprisingly. Even though you don't know him, you can't help but smile. Sounds like a great mom. Speaking of which, where are your parents? Anthony! You hear a scream coming from far from your right. Tony makes a small jump back and puts his hands on his cheeks in an overly dramatic fashion. Holy moly, Piroli! They've got me! Hey, wait a second, kid. Tony, and sorry, mister, but I've got to run. Take this. But mister... You swiftly take your hat off and put it on the kid's head with a smile. He smiles back with stars in his eyes. I don't want you running around in the rain without a hat. You might catch a cold. He's jumping with joy, holding the hat in place while doing so. You've never seen someone so grateful for a gift in your life. Wowsies! Thank you so much, mister! Chad. Yes, that. Alright, gotta go. Bye, Mr. Chad. It's Chad. Oh, bye, Tony. You watch as he begins to bolt, waving back to you with a smile. You send a smile back, your chest feeling a flicker of joy for the first time in a long time. Seeing him so full of life makes you remember what it was like before everything went to shit. But only for a split second. He's like a walking serotonin dispenser. Well, technically a running serotonin dispenser. As he beelines it to the bridge, the tiny Tony runs away from the voice with his arms straight behind him, as if to increase his aerodynamics. Or, like a ninja, I guess. Tony! Hey, sir, why didn't you stop him? The voice of an older woman comes from behind you. Before you can turn around, a mysterious female cat walks to your side, breathing heavily from jogging with a concession tray. She stops and looks you over, seeing you drenched from head to toe. Me? Quickly, what's your name? Chad. Hi, I'm Kathy, and... Oh my gosh, you look like you've been through a war, sweetie. You don't smell much better either. Oh goodness. Oh, I know. A nice warm cat feed is what you need. It'll lift your spirits right up, you'll see. Well, I... Hush, hush. You wait here. I'll grab my son and we'll be right back, okay? He just loves to run around the park, especially when I start talking to customers. The strange woman keeps walking as she begins to jog in Tony's direction. She doesn't even let you respond. Tony! But She's already too far away for her to hear you. Despite the small interaction making you feel a little better, you're still swamped in the mire of hopelessness. It's nice to see that not everyone has it bad, though. The kid seems to have a mother who really cares about him, and the lady seems to be a really considerate person. Maybe common decency isn't as rare as it seems. You're surprised when you hear a third person coming from the same direction that the Kathy woman did. Hey, wait! Your gaze is set on the bridge where Kathy and Tony ran off to. Someone continues to walk past you, seemingly exacerbated and a little annoyed. I forgot to pay you. Please take my money! Geez. The man has a mix of golden and yellow fur, and admittedly has a handsome figure. He gives you a quick glance before looking at the bridge again, but not even a split second later, his piercing gaze shoots back to you. In an instant, the German Shepherd's expression warps to one of despair and confusion. Chad? Oh no. It doesn't take long for you to recognize this man. Sadness, tinged with rage, begins to swarm your mind. Chad Harmon? You're alive? No, it can't be. Fred? The man takes a few steps back in disbelief, tears welling up in his eyes. The young man looks as if he could turn to dust at any moment. There's no fucking way. You can't be real. You've been dead for 10 years. I saw you die. The German Shepherd now stands there, dumbfounded and heartbroken, clenching a pair of old dog tags. His tears and sobs intensify by the second, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. The memories begin to rip you apart. The smiles you both shared make you want to scream, be it in anger or agony. You're not sure anymore. To be continued. Oof. Oh, and these are the people who worked on the project. I'm not going to read out their names because I'm pretty sure I'm going to butcher them. But here's the programmer, the creator of the sprites in the story, the co-writer, script doctor, the transcriber and CGI color artist, I think, a designer, a CGI line art person, the background CGI sketch person. I'm assuming that it means that they're the artists that worked on those particular things. And then early scriptwriter, the musician who I'm assuming is making the music for this visual novel, a transcriber, and an early scriptwriter / transcriber, and supporters. I'd actually like to be a beta tester eventually for like a visual novel. I guess I'll just have to wait until Omar and Bearwulff make their own little visual novel finally. Thank you for playing. So that was the prologue of Home Zomewhere Else. So what did you guys think? I, for one, am curious to see what's going to happen, because I know that there is at least some sort of supernatural or magical aspect that will eventually come into play. How it comes into play is beyond me. I don't know yet. But yeah, also, I'm curious to see if he's ever going to trim his beard, because that is a very shaggy looking dog. But hopefully things turn around for our little, what was his name? Chad, that name. And I'm curious to see what history he has with this Fred guy, because I'm assuming he's the one that was in the picture with him when he was younger. So maybe this Fred guy did something or said something that sort of turned this guy's life around, or I don't know. I mean, he was also holding dog tags, which means that they were probably in the military, unless it's like a literal thing where because they're dogs they have tags, and because they're tags and they're dogs they're called dog tags. That would be hilarious, but that's probably not it. But yeah, so thank you all for watching / listening. If you would like to play Home Zomewhere Else, I will put a link down in the description for it. If you would like to support the creators and the people who worked on this, I think there is a link for a Patreon, or I'm not sure if it's open yet. But I know that there's going to be a Patreon. So I will post a link for that. if it's already there, and if not, then I will post it eventually. And if they have a Twitter, they do have a Twitter for their project page. I will post a link down for that too, so you can follow for updates from them directly. And I actually have a Twitter that you guys can follow. You could probably find it in the profile of YouTube. You don't have to follow it. Trust me, it's probably not worth it. But anyways, yeah, I guess I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.